Wilson's Way, track to trail or track and starts is a fresh way in looking at how we can help our man-trailing dogs get better. It was originally designed to help dogs at the start of trails, to give them clarity or confidence or something to focus on, to help them get in the flow state as quick as possible. But soon enough I saw that as helping them everywhere, not just at the beginning. Because if they start the trail with confidence, clarity, in the right frame of mind, and they get into that flow state as soon as possible or as quick as possible, everything on the trail is going to feel that little bit easier. Using some training techniques and exercises from tracking, we can arm our dogs with the skills to work the trails that little bit more efficiently. It gives over-aroused, or dogs that come out super excited, a clear job and somewhere to harness that excess energy and enthusiasm. And it can really help dogs struggling with the transition from a delayed start to a scent article start. Sometimes it can be quite a big jump for them, because meeting the person, it can build up so much motivation and context into what they're doing. So when they just come to a scent article, sometimes they can feel a little overwhelmed, or they're not 100% on what they're doing until they're a bit further down the trail. And as mentioned before, we want them in that flow state as quick as possible. That's going to be most effective learning for them. And it can give anxious or dogs that are really handler focused that little bit of confidence and clarity to start the trail and start working on ahead of the hander independently. These starts are all about helping your dog get better at man-trailing. In man-trailing, air scent can be just as important as ground scent, and so can environmental cues when it comes to problem solving. But the more time they spend on the ground scent, the less problems that need solving. So, getting started with the training. The first thing we're going to do is introduce 2 exercises to help them fall in love with ground scent and ground disturbance. We're going to work the scent square and a food drop track, just like on the tracking course. And next, and the most important part, is going to be our food article tracks. That's food on the articles, and we're going to make sure that they can work about a 10-to-1 ratio. So they can work about 10 steps of ground scent before they hit the next article. And don't worry about indications, they're not needed for these types of starts. So when your dog can track ground scent on a 10-to-1 ratio food article tracks, that's about 10 steps in between them, you're ready to get started with Wilson's Way and take it to one of the trails. If you would like the full how-to of Wilson's Way tracking starts for man-trailing for free, I've left a link in the description. So this is how you set up a Wilson's Way tracking start. Your trail layer or your track layer is going to leave a FA, a food article, at the beginning. They're then going to walk out roughly 10 steps and leave a second food article, looking very much like a track, or a food article track, should I say. They're going to walk out another roughly 10 steps, no more. Just got to be enough that they're working some ground scent in between. And then we're going to leave an essay, a scent article, just like you would start on a normal man-trailing session. From here, it just looks like normal man-trailing. They're going to use air scent, ground scent, whichever they need. But what you find is, after this start, which is very much tracking where they follow food, follow trail layers scent, food, follow or track the trail layers scent, then they're going to match that scent AD with the track they've already been working, match it with the scent article, and from there they've got total clarity in what they're working. They'll be able to come off that scent article, nose down, and keep working forward. And as I said earlier, of course they're going to use environmental cues and air scent or blown scent, but the more time they spend with the nose on the floor, the less problems they have to solve. Just let it run over it now.